Okay, in my last chat for the month of November, I shared with you that we were going to be bringing back many of our Advent traditions this year. And I want to take this time to share with you what we are doing in school to prepare our students' hearts for the birth of Jesus. So, the first thing that we did, sort of ahead of the Advent season, was to collaborate with Catholic Formation to gather items for the House of Peace for Thanksgiving. Through your generous donations, we were able to provide meals for over 88 families in need this year. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your generosity. It's always so heartwarming to go into those sign up Genius sheets right after we send them out and just see them filled up so quickly. We are very blessed to be in our school where we have so many generous people. It's lovely to watch our kids walk into school with their bags of food, with their eyes so bright, and just these big smiles, knowing that they're helping out those in need. So thank you for that. So today is the first day of Advent, and tomorrow, when your children arrive at school, they'll have a immediate sign that Advent has begun, and at their school we're celebrating that. So you will see outside the school office our beautiful nativity scene will be set up for our school when they arrive on Monday morning. And then when they arrive into their classrooms tomorrow, they will see an Advent wreath. So every classroom in our school has an Advent wreath. Those wreaths were purchased a couple of years ago by our parent association. And what's sort of neat about them is we also purchased battery operated Advent candles to go within the wreaths so that we can go through kind of that lighting ceremony in a safe manner. So in the morning, after everyone's dropped off, we always do prayer and announcements. And during the Advent season, we will say a special Advent prayer corresponding to the week of Advent that we are in. And then this year, at the end of our morning prayer, we will recite the St. Andrew Christmas Novena as an entire school every day leading up to Christmas. Second sort of event that takes place at Lumen Christi impacts our 3rd through 8th graders. So starting this week and for the next 3 weeks, our 3rd through 8th grade students will participate in reconciliation. Each grade level cohort has an assigned time. And at that assigned time, on that assigned date, that class heads over to church and they participate in reconciliation with Father Matthew and Father Stephen. Again, in keeping with our COVID protocols, reconciliation is experienced as a grade level cohort. Prior to COVID, the entire 3rd through 8th grade student body would head over to church. We'd have an opening kind of service and then go into reconciliation. We still are mindful of the COVID protocols, so it's going to be grade levels this year again. So you might want to get a pencil and paper, press pause. I'm going to start going through some dates that impact you as a parent. So the first date you might want to note is Wednesday, December 15th. The beautiful story of the Nativity is retold by our 1st grade students on that date. If you have had a 1st grader, you know what an amazing and beautiful performance this traditionally is. And this year is no different. The class will be performing the Savior That God Sent after our morning school mass on Wednesday, December 15th. We invite everybody to come and join us. It is held in the church, and the logistics are after mass is concluded, our 1st graders will process out. They will change into their costumes. Our 3K friends will be coming over to church to join the rest of the school. And then our 1st graders will put on their performance. The performance is about 10 to 15 minutes long. It's adorable, and everyone's invited to attend that performance. They will do a second performance for 1st grade families and relatives on Monday, December 20th. The next date to note is Thursday, December 16th. That is our annual Christmas concert. It is the first time that our concert will be held in our brand new remodeled church space. Although it's the 3rd Christmas in our church space, it's the first time our school concert will be in that space. So some logistics to note. Students should arrive at 5:30. You will be receiving a listing of rooms in which each grade level should report to. When your child arrives at church at 5:30, they should report to their room. Their teacher will be in that room waiting for them. The concert will begin at 6:00 p.m. on the dot. Our 3K students have a really two fun performances to kick off our events. And the concert will last roughly an hour and 15 minutes. So in alignment with our school protocols, attendees and participants have the option of wearing a mask. If you are not comfortable with your child performing in the concert this year, that's okay. You just email Mr. Dahl and let him know. The Christmas concerts evening is not a mandatory component of the music curriculum this year. The concert will be live streamed for anyone who cannot attend, or for those of you who are not comfortable attending, or if you just want to watch it a second time sometime throughout the Christmas break. It will be on our Lumen Christi Parish YouTube channel. So that's where you can find it. We are also going to be projecting the concerts on the front altar screens. So if you're more comfortable kind of staying towards the back of church, know that if you are in the back, you'll still be able to see the concert just fine. It'll be projected up on the front of the altar. Finally, for the concert, a logistical piece to note. In years past, we've mixed classes for some performances. This year, in keeping with our COVID protocols, we are not going to be mixing any grade levels. So third grade will come on and just perform their song as a third grade, then they'll exit, then sixth grade will come on, for example, and then first grade will come on. So we're not going to be doing any mixing of classes for any of the choral performances. The final event to note is going to be Tuesday, December 21st. That is our annual pancake lunch. It is sponsored by our parent association. And this year, our teachers and staff will be making the pancakes as they have done in the past. We'll be holding that event in St. Cecilia Hall, and we'll be having multiple seating times for the students so that we can keep it safe for all of our children. The grade levels, again, will be eating together at one time, and we will be having them spaced out, similar to how they would be in their classrooms. The lunch time is where the pancakes start. So please note that you don't have to pack a lunch that day. And then after lunch, the grade levels will be doing some fun Christmas activities together. And then at 3:00, students will get ready to head home for the Christmas break. I'm always hopeful that our Advent plans really reaffirm your commitment to Catholic education and the reason why you have made that decision to ensure that your children are really immersed in a faith-based education. As we know, in many schools, they're unable to celebrate Christmas to the capacity that we are and really talk about our faith. And this is really one of our favorite times of the school year to be in a Catholic school, to be able to talk about Jesus and Jesus's birth with children is just really reaffirms our commitment to our school and to your family.